July 20, 1973. A sweltering summer night in Hong Kong. Bruce Lee, the martial arts legend loved by the entire world. He passed away suddenly that night. He was only 32 years old. Yet the questions surrounding his death have never been fully answered. Even 50 years later, he was no ordinary actor. He was the pioneer who brought Kung Fu to the world, and the first Asian man to break through the walls of Hollywood. Enter the Dragon, The Way of the Dragon, Fist of Fury. Each of his films shook an entire era, and yet just weeks before completing his final masterpiece, Game of Death, he collapsed without warning. The official cause of death: sudden death due to cerebral edema. But for a healthy 32-year-old man in peak physical condition, that explanation left far too many questions unanswered. Was it murder, an accident, or a curse? Today, we dive into the mystery of Bruce Lee's death. On the afternoon of July 20, 1973, Bruce Lee was at the Hong Kong apartment of actress Betty Ting Pei. The two were reviewing the script for Game of Death together. That evening, Bruce Lee complained of a headache. Betty gave him a painkiller she had on hand, a tablet called Equagesic. It was a common over-the-counter analgesic. At least, that's how it appeared on the surface. Bruce Lee said he would lie down for a moment and went into the bedroom. He never came back out. Hours later, Betty found him completely unresponsive, and called an ambulance in a panic. By the time he arrived at the hospital, his heart had already stopped. Doctors attempted CPR for over an hour, but at 11:30 p.m., his death was officially pronounced. The autopsy revealed the cause of death as cerebral edema, severe swelling of the brain. But doctors were immediately puzzled. How could a perfectly healthy 32-year-old man suddenly develop life-threatening cerebral edema? His brain had swollen approximately 13% beyond its normal size. A simple headache could not have caused this. So could the painkiller have been the cause? Equagesic contained a powerful sedative compound called meprobamate. It's believed that Bruce Lee had a severe, hypersensitive reaction to this ingredient. In fact, just 2 months earlier in May, he had collapsed after taking a similar medication. But even that explanation wasn't enough to account for everything. The mystery was only just beginning. There are 5 major theories surrounding Bruce Lee's death: a drug hypersensitivity reaction, a Triads assassination, a curse, physical overtraining, and a recently proposed kidney disease theory. Let's examine each one. Theory number 1: drug hypersensitivity reaction. Bruce Lee had suffered from severe headaches for a long time. He had undergone surgery to remove his sweat glands, which may have disrupted his body's ability to regulate temperature and placed chronic stress on his brain. After his collapse in May, doctors warned him about his brain's fragility. But Bruce Lee pressed on with his filming schedule regardless. On that fatal night, the sedative compound is believed to have triggered a lethal reaction in his already sensitized brain. This remains the closest explanation to an official conclusion. But a question lingers. Millions of people take the same medication without any issue. Why, of all people, the man with arguably the most physically perfect body in the world? Theory number 2: the Triads assassination theory. At the time, the Hong Kong film industry operated heavily under the influence of the Triads. Bruce Lee had established his own independent production company, and was known to have openly refused their involvement. Some biographers claimed he had threatened the Triads' interests, and that he was poisoned as retaliation. There were even extreme claims that Betty Ting Pei herself had been used as a tool to deliver the poison. However, no physical evidence supported this theory, and the autopsy found no trace of poisoning. Yet this theory refuses to die. The opacity of Hong Kong society at the time, combined with the inconsistent testimonies of those around him, kept the embers of suspicion alive. Theory number 3: the curse. In Eastern cultures, many viewed Bruce Lee's death through an entirely different lens. A curse. His Chinese name was Li Junfan and his screen name, Bruce Lee, came from the Cantonese for little dragon. The dragon is a sacred, yet dangerous, being. The story spread that he had grown too powerful, and that the heavens had called him back. Then in 1993, his son Brandon was shot and killed on a film set at just 28 years old. Father and son neither lived to see their 33rd birthday. Both died in tragedies tied to film. the eerie parallel between their deaths planted in many people's minds a firm belief in the family curse. Theory number 4: Physical overtraining. Bruce Lee was famous for pushing his body to its absolute limits. Every day, he performed hundreds of push-ups, thousands of martial arts strikes, intense runs, and cycling sessions. Some sports physicians have suggested he may have experienced rhabdomyolysis, a condition where muscle tissue breaks down from overexertion and releases toxins into the bloodstream. He also suffered a serious back injury in 1972 and regularly took powerful painkillers as a result. The cumulative effects of these drugs on his kidneys and brain may have been significant. The man who devoted his life to building the perfect body may have been destroyed by that very pursuit. Theory number 5: The modern medical reinterpretation. The kidney disease theory. In 2022, a remarkable paper was published in the internationally renowned Clinical Kidney Journal. A research team from the University of Barcelona argued that Bruce Lee's cause of death was most likely hyponatremia, dangerously low sodium levels, caused by his kidneys' inability to process excess fluid. In simple terms, his kidneys could not expel the large amounts of water he consumed, and fluid accumulated in his brain, leading to fatal swelling. Bruce Lee followed a largely plant-based diet and had a habit of consuming large quantities of fluids. He also used marijuana intermittently, which is known to stimulate antidiuretic hormones and reduce the kidney's ability to excrete water. Modern medicine had finally offered a new answer to a 50-year-old mystery, but it remains a hypothesis. The original autopsy data has been preserved incompletely, and definitive proof is still beyond reach. What makes the mystery even deeper is the conflicting testimonies of those closest to him. Betty Ting Pei's account changed multiple times over the years. First she said he had simply complained of a headache. Later, she said he had suddenly lost consciousness. Why was he sleeping alone in a female actress's apartment, rather than at his own home? That question has never been clearly answered. His producing partner Raymond Chow initially told the press that Bruce Lee had died at his own home. That was a lie. He had died at Betty's apartment. Why he lied remains unclear to this day. The official conclusion from Hong Kong authorities was death by misadventure. No evidence of foul play, but no specific cause of death either. This vague verdict only fanned the flames of conspiracy. When we talk about Bruce Lee's death, we must also remember how he lived. He left behind just 5 Hong Kong films and 1 unfinished work. Yet his influence remains carved into the world of martial arts, cinema, philosophy, and culture. Half a century later, Muhammad Ali called him the greatest martial artist who ever lived. He studied philosophy at the University of Washington, and founded his own martial philosophy. Jeet Kune Do, the way of the intercepting fist. No way is way, no limitation is limitation. His philosophy transcended martial arts and became a way of life. Be water, my friend. The 5 theories have all been examined. The 2022 research points to kidney disease and hyponatremia as the most probable cause. Many in the medical community support this view, but the full truth has not yet been revealed. The autopsy records from 50 years ago are incomplete, and most of the witnesses are gone or silent. Perhaps the mystery of Bruce Lee's death will never be fully solved. But one thing is certain: the flame he left in this world cannot be extinguished by any mystery surrounding his death. In just 32 years, he changed the world. That is enough. Bruce Lee once said, "I am not afraid of death. I just don't want to be there when it happens. If I die, I will die like I lived." As long as his death remains a mystery, Bruce Lee lives on. As long as people speak his name, his legend continues. If you enjoyed today's video, please like and subscribe. In the next video, we'll uncover the secrets hidden inside his unfinished masterpiece Game of Death. Thank you so much for watching.